morning, Mason Nation. We're back after a long break, but we're ready to give you your news. It's Tuesday, March 26th, and you're watching another edition of Mason Cable News. I'm Lauren Waldron.
And I'm your new Tuesday co-anchor, Taylor Davis.
Taylor, we welcome you to the show this morning, and we're so glad to have you as our new Tuesday morning anchor. And speaking of new, our new president, on Thursday, March 20th, President Angel Cabrera and the Board of Visitors formally announced the timeline for the strategic plan for our new president that he has created. Within President Cabrera's strategic plan, the questions for future action will take place during the August retreat and will carry out for the next 11 months, making December 11th the prospective date for these progressive plans, and they will be presented to the board. Vice Provost Michelle Marks said, "The purpose of the plan is to align the strategic vision that you just approved, which essentially serves as the strategic objectives of this university, with our key initiatives and our decision-making, our processes going forward, our financial and human resources." Marks will serve as the chair for the strategic planning process. These have been a few reforms to the working draft since President Cabrera released it in February. Edits were made to the values section, including a respect for differences and honoring freedoms and expressions section. Within the section that defines a Mason graduate, further information of international issues and effective communication were added. Expanding research and increasing engagement with alumni were also added to the vision. In short, as the theme has become of this vision, we envision a university that doesn't define its success or goal by trying to be the best university in the world, but by trying to be the best university for the world, Cabrera said.
Mason went pink last Friday. In recent weeks, the George Mason University had held down the #1 spot with over 16,000 votes. In the Victoria's Secret Pink Your Campus contest, the top 10 voted schools will win a chance to be added to the Pink's Campus Rep program in fall 2013. On Friday, March 22, 2013, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., the GMU Pink Nation held a rally to ensure they saved George Mason's place in the top 10 rankings and the #1 spot. Many people gathered in North Plaza with anticipation to win prizes and also vote. With cookies, music by DJ Rambam, games, and the prizes, the GMU Pink Nation gathered as many votes as they could from girls and also from boys. The rally was sponsored by Student Government, the Student Government President Alex Williams, and Miss GMU's Black, Melita Waugis, and put in motion by GMU's Pink Nation volunteers. Voting ended yesterday, March 25, 2013, at midnight, with George Mason successfully maintaining the rank at first place. In fall 2013, we should expect seeing pink-style George Mason hoodies, parties hosted by pink reps, freebies, and so much more. For more information about what happens next, like the GMU Pink Nation page on Facebook or follow the GMU Pink Nation Twitter page. Also subscribe to the Pink Campus Reps on Twitter.
Hi, this is Lauren Waldron with Mason Cable News reporting live from the Virginia State Capitol. On Sunday, March 24th, a group of patriots that comprised the George Mason chapter of Virginia 21 traveled down to the Virginia State Capitol in Richmond. During the Student Leadership Committee meeting, students from various and-state universities discussed the gubernatorial race, next year's student campaign for Virginia 21, the Summer Leadership Conference, and how to gain chapter traction on campus. If you are interested in joining efforts with GMU's chapter of Virginia 21, please contact Lauren Waldron at lwaldron@gmu.edu for more information.
After 25 years, Sodexo's contract has finally run out. Sodexo is now in competition with another dining service called Chartwell's. Both services present similar options, but differ when it comes to retail chains such as Chipotle and Denny's. With Cabrera's new strategic vision being passed by the Board of Visitors, it seems that not only dining will be going through some changes. In February, Mark Craner, the Executive Director of Retail Operations, said the contract decision will be announced by the beginning of March. But due to Cabrera's vision being passed, the dining announcement was delayed. Whichever dining company is chosen, the contract will begin on July 1st, 2013.
When we'll come back, we'll have another Arlington update with Arlington reporter Evan Stansel. Along with that, we'll have an exclusive look into the university's move into the Atlantic 10 Conference. Stay tuned.
Hi, good morning, Mason Nation. It's Tuesday, March 26th. I'm Evan Stansel, reporting on news and events from the Arlington campus. Follow us at C2M Arlington on Twitter. Also, we have a blog update on the Connect to Mason website under the Arlington blog tab. So definitely come check out your news and events there for anything Arlington campus related. So it's been a little while since we've been on here, and congratulations to Mason on their step into the Atlantic 10 from the Colonial Conference. So that's big news. Definitely heard a little bit of buzz around campus on that. So a little bit update here. We've got a MBA New York City residency. Well, the students will be touring the New York Stock Exchange. So if you're interested and you're an MBA student or a prospective student who's looking to attend, I would consider contacting the MBA SA president, Jerry. So that's coming up in August, but they're beginning to have information sessions. So if you're interested, you have any future interest, definitely do that. We had a great Pizza and Perspectives couple weeks ago on the incivility in politics, as well as having a few members from the SCAR faculty come up and really speak about what can be done to have more discipline and civility in our political system as things seem to be growing further apart. And obviously the sequestration came up. Very good, I guess, event. And that said, they'll be having another Pizza and Perspectives entitled Earth, Wind, and Fire, the State of Renewable Energy in 2013. That event will take place on Tuesday, April 9th. The panelists will include people from the American Council on Renewable Energy, National Hydropower Association. Free pizza will be served. And again, same place, Founders Hall, and same time, really, 6 o'clock, so 6 to 7:15 p.m. Definitely try to make it out if you can. A couple other things to note. We've had quite a bit of, I guess, activity as far as library updates. The Arlington Campus Library is going to be trying to get more people to find out about workshops, online journals. So feel free to follow them also on Twitter. I think that's GMU ACL. So that's what you'll be looking for on them. Also on Thursday there'll be a event called Creating a Winning Career Plan, and that's sponsored by the Center for Nonprofit Management, Philanthropy, and Policy in partnership with NOVA. So definitely think about that if you're interested. And there's an appreciation week beginning next week on Tuesday, April 2nd. It's basically for all professional and graduate students. There's going to be free Dippin' Dots, Founders Hall, 6 to 8 p.m. That should be rather enjoyable. Some keynotes here. So we've been pretty active, obviously, on the blog. We've gotten some new stories out about the meditation room. We've got a student spotlight on fitness featuring an MBA student. We also just put out a broadside article on the fitness center. There'll be a blog update. If you have any questions about the information in that article, please don't hesitate to direct them to my Twitter at C2M Arlington. It was a great story, I thought, about the delayed process with the school communicating its information to the students about the construction of a fitness center there that was initially going to be in Hazel Hall, and now they're looking at other options. An approximately $145,000 budget was what was on the table for this. It was underestimated. It would have exceeded its budget exponentially. They had to shut it down, but according to my sources, and as you'll read in the story, looks like by the end of the academic year here in May, they'll have a solution that'll be communicated no later than July. So good news on that to all those Arlington students who are looking at a fitness center to catch up with the Fairfax and Prince William campuses. So that's great. And I just want to also plug a thing here. If there's any people who are interested in being the next chief student editor in Arlington, please let us know. We're definitely looking for good talent, people who can write stories and provide original content. Definitely appreciate all of that. And then, I want to thank the patients, some of the staff this week. I know that some of the communications with the Arlington and the Fairfax campus has not always been the best, but it's continuing to be improved on our end, and we're looking forward to continuing bringing out more interesting and exciting news from Arlington. All right. Well, thanks. This is Evan signing off. Have a good Tuesday.
Rundown. Need help going from school to the workplace? The College of Humanities and Social Sciences and Career Services will be hosting a From Sweats to Suits, your guide to transitioning from campus to the workplace event. Later today from 6 to 9 p.m. in the Ridge. Free pizza will be provided. Are you a freshman? Need something informative with free hot wings? Come out to Eisenhower Hall in President's Park for Beer, Sex, and Wings, an Office of Housing and Residence Life event from 8 to 10 p.m. There will be an open mic night, free wings, and talks on how to practice safe sex. Once again, the event is in Eisenhower Hall from 8 to 10 p.m.
In case you're worrying about registering for classes for next semester, there's help available for you later today. Right after the show, from 11 to 3 p.m. at North Plaza, Student Government will play host to the 5th Annual Academic Advising Expo. Each academic department will have a representative present to answer your questions. Not only that, but you'll have the chance to win a free parking pass along with free giveaways. Stop by until 3 p.m. today at North Plaza for some advising help. We here at Mason Cable News would also like to give you a friendly reminder to start thinking ahead on what classes you'll register for, as registration is fast approaching.
We have an interview with our Thursday anchor, Tyler Byram, on Mason basketball joining the Atlantic 10 Conference next week.
Hi, I'm Tyler Byram with Mason Cable News. I'm here with Athletic Director Tom O'Connor. Now, Mr. O'Connor, what were you trying to communicate to the students with this time?
Well, it's the entire student body that we're trying to communicate with, and the entire community that we want to be a top athletic program. The Atlantic 10 gives us this opportunity to do that in all sports, certainly men's and women's basketball at the forefront of our program. So with the type of schedule that we have next year, we want to get all students to all the games. You know, we have to do our part in winning, but we want the students to get out of the dorms or after work or anything they can, and help us market this and help us get involved in team spirit and community spirit. So we're calling all for the students to get involved in the excitement that we have.
Now, obviously, you said in the press conference that you were very excited about this, us moving to the Atlantic 10. Is there any other feelings you have toward this move besides excitement?
Yeah, there's a bittersweet feeling because we were in the CAA for such a long time. I had a strong personal relationship with Tom Yeager. Our families knew each other, our wives knew each other, our kids knew each other, and so that's really tough because I really respect Tom. He's one of my favorite people in the entire world, but we had to do it from a business standpoint. So that part is bittersweet. From the competition standpoint, I really have good friends with the athletic directors and coaches, and I'm sure some of our athletes, have that feeling too, that you're leaving something, but you always have to remember something new might be just a little bit better.
Okay, and now is there going to be anything for the senior student athletes? I mean, here competing in spring sports that won't have the chance to compete in the CAA championship, like any, I don't know, I don't want to say compensation, but like, I mean, it's not their fault that we're leaving.
Right, and I agonized over that, and I apologize this morning. But I'm going to meet with all of the teams. I'm going to meet with the seniors, and I'm going to ask them their thoughts on that, rather than me dictate something else. I would really like to feel I want to know what they're thinking. I can have sympathy, but I don't have empathy. And I want to know what's on their minds. I want to know how we can help them get through this. And I want them to know that once they graduate, they're still part of our family, and they're still alumni that are going to be true to the new Atlantic 10.
Okay, and also, is there anything you would like to add for Mason to know?
That's an exciting time for the university as a whole. It's an exciting time for the athletic department, and we have to get people understanding what the Atlantic 10 is, what it's all about, and get people to wear Atlantic 10 shirts, Atlantic 10 logos, talk about the Atlantic 10, and then when we play our games, we're cheering for every Atlantic 10 school, and we're cheering for George Mason in the Atlantic 10.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thanks,
this was Mr. Tom O'Connor, the athletic director here for George Mason, and thank you. Hi, this is Tyler Byram again here with Mason Cable News. I'm here with Doc Nix, band director of the Green Machine. So, Doc, I saw you here in the back of the press conference. What are your feelings on us moving to the A10?
No matter what, this is exciting. Just it's demonstrating growth for the university, for the community, its opportunities, on the field and on the court, and also what's going to be happening in terms of just recruiting for our academic programs and just getting the Mason name out there more and more. Getting a chance to connect with schools that we haven't been strongly connected to in the past, or some that we have been connected to strongly, and getting to rekindle some of that. The relationships there, the relationship building is what I'm most excited about.
Okay. And now, what does this move mean for the Green Machine?
Well, getting a chance to go to New York every year is going to be
that's going to be fun.
For sure. We got a lot of opportunities there. I went to undergrad at Manhattan School of Music and have some connections there. Maybe there's some collaborations ready to happen. Of course, it's always fun to go head-to-head with VCU. I was joking with Ryan Capacci, he's the director of the VCU Pep Band, yesterday. I said, when you guys left, I felt like the Joker didn't want to fight Batman anymore. And so it's going to be good to get that back going again. And then, of course, we had to discuss which one of us is the Joker and which one of us is Batman. That's clearly in the dark. Who's who. So anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun, mixing it up in new ways, getting a lot of ears and eyes on the band that have never heard us before. They got a good taste of the VCU Peppers this year, and I know that they made a big splash, and so. It could be that it's great that we came a year later because they couldn't take both of us at the same time. So I'm excited about what's coming next. Look for a lot of new collaborations. Look for some new directions, just simply because we're going to be exposed to things we've never seen before, and we're going to get new ideas, and we're going to see some things that's like, okay, we need to beat that now because that's something we haven't ever come across. So we're going to try to one up everything we see, but also remember it's always a strong collaborative spirit, and we're going to make sure that we represent the Mason well. We're going to make sure that we represent the arts well, and do what we do best and just put on a great show.
Okay. And now, is there anything you'd like to add with this move?
I would definitely like to say that the CAA has been amazing to music, to the arts. Our breakfast with the bands for the last 2 years ago and last year, that event really made it so that the band members felt like their contributions were being appreciated, and the focus was on the bands and the hard work going on there. I want to thank Tom Yeager for that opportunity. He took good care of me and the directors, but also good care of the organizations. And the exposure there was just incredible. The support there was incredible. And I'm hoping that tradition will be able to continue for them. And I'm also hoping that all the connections that we've made with those schools over those years will continue to help all of us mutually. So.
Okay, thank you, Doc.
Right.
Look forward to seeing you at the game tonight.
Yeah, man.
Yep, it's going to be fun. This is Doc Nix from the Green Machine. Thank you for tuning in.
As a reminder, all sports will be moving to the Atlantic 10 Conference effective July 1st. We want to thank you again, Mason Nation, for joining us this morning. I'm Lauren Waldron.
And I'm Taylor Davis with Mason Cable News.